Hello, everybody. Today we have Mrs. David Lemon, Mrs. Donna Fox, and myself, John Garcia. Today we are about to start a new chapter in the GrooveCart Challenge. We have our second guest, and she's about to be send the invite to join us today, Mrs. Darcy Hall. So, Darcy, we hope that you are around, so you can start with us. And I want to thank you, of course, for being here with us like every Thursday in the afternoon. And of course, David and Donna, if you want to say hi.
Hi, guys. It's good to have you here.
All right. And yeah, Darcy is actually there. Hi. Yeah, I see that you guys are, very enthusiastic today to start a new challenge for the next 8 weeks. So let's just bring Mrs. Darcy Hall because today she is the star of the show and she's going to be for the next 8 weeks. So Darcy, since I see that you are already in the live, let's get you in here so you can join the party. And by the way, I'm
Darcy,
wearing a tie.
in your Facebook Messenger, you have a link, and I think David probably also did it too. So you can just hop on Facebook Messenger and find the link to join us. 20 seconds from Darcy.
20 seconds for Darcy. So guys, now as always, let's just start by asking who is here for the first time and why are you here? So let's get to it.
Why are you here?
Why are you here? Such an existential question to start off the webinar.
That's a good one.
Hey, it's got to be a good one. Why are you here? No, I'm kidding. So let's just press a number 3 if you guys are here for the very first time. Let's see how many 3s we get. And David, stay away from your keyboard. Thank you. All right. So let's see what we get. Some of the responses. You're okay, Donna?
It's a drinking problem. That's all.
Well, you're in Vegas.
It's a good thing it's only water.
Yeah, it's only water. All right. Hey, Marcel, how are you? Cynthia Davis, Sushana Gebelman. Welcome, guys. It's a pleasure to have you here. We'll do this every 8 weeks, and it's called the GrooveCart Challenge, which I'm going to show my screen in a moment so you guys can see what we are all about. And I believe I can share it now. Hopefully, my computer is not going to slow down. And if it does, my apologies. And I think I'm okay. Perfect. And yes, Darcy.
My name is on there as well. That's new.
Oh, look at you. You've been elevated, David.
Oh, wow. That's true. And hey, what's up, guys, with the G's? Where is my G?
You should have one. You should have been hand-delivered one.
No, I haven't got my G.
Stole it.
I will make that happen right now. I mean, not like immediately right now, but yeah, you should have gotten one. So,
and just to know that I dress up today with a tie to welcome Darcy, and I don't get a G. You see, that's just not cool. Okay.
Yeah,
now
you really should have gotten one. I was about to give you some flack for not having it showing, actually. So
maybe you shouldn't have put on a tie. Maybe you would have gotten a G.
Hey, my friend, don't let me tell everybody the reason why you're not wearing a tie, because you don't own one. So it's okay.
I don't need it.
All right. Anyways, let's just keep going here because yeah, we're gonna start having too much fun. Marnie Brown, Angie Norris as well. Welcome, guys. This is the GrooveCart Challenge, as you are actually looking at your screen, and today is actually the last part of the second challenge. Today is going to be like the submission showcase. We're going to talk about a couple of things that we usually do at the end of the showcase, but it is also a good reason why you should join us for the next 8 weeks, because you're going to learn a lot. You're going to be participating with Darcy. She's actually your showcase for the next 8 weeks, and we're going to talk to her about everything. What is her idea of the store, what she plans to do, and then for the next 8 weeks, I start working with her to make sure that at the end of those 8 weeks, she has a fully functional store, just like Christine did last week when we wrap up with her. She is working really hard on that store and with new ideas that she will have. So do we have Darcy on the line, guys? So we can formally introduce it? Not yet? Okay, Darcy's about to. Perfect. All right, David.
Yeah,
You can.
Darcy, I'm going to bring you live. 3, 2, 1. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Darcy, how are you?
Hi,
Am I
Darcy.
there yet?
You are.
You are live.
You are live. You have the world
I'll
looking
have
at you
better
right now.
internet next week. I'm in transition, and I thought I was going to be able to hop over somewhere before I got over, but I'm still on Wi-Fi today.
Awesome. Perfect. And
Welcome
Darcy,
to the
it's such a
team.
pleasure to have you. Well, yeah, welcome to the team. You are now officially an RNA member, and that's the reason why I wore a tie today, because I think we should celebrate that moment. And I think my screen just froze. Isn't that great?
All right. We can still hear you. That's the important
Awesome.
part.
Yeah, so as long as you guys can hear me, it's fine. So, and Darcy is also in sunny Las Vegas, from actually where Donna is located right now. So, Darcy, today is all about you. We're going to know more about you. We're going to know more of what is your idea, what you plan to do. Right after we do a couple of things, which are our news and updates, which I do have a couple of things to share, and also any news that we're going to have. So let's just start with the updates, shall we? Let's just talk about that for a second. And of course,
Oops.
did we lose Darcy by any chance?
She is here back.
Okay, she's back. Awesome. So, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to have the news and updates, or newcomer introduction, and the website submission and reviews, because today we're announcing the winner of last week contest that we did for your submissions. For all of those that actually are following along in the past 8 weeks, we actually selected the 2 stores that come to kind of just surprise us. So what we're going to do, we're going to just, do a little.
Doing a little bit of magic. I believe he left us here.
Is that magic? So the first
Yes.
trick is making someone disappear?
Disappearing act from Mr. Garcia. That's why he has the tie,
I always find it fascinating when I'm not exactly sure the direction that he's going in, and then I lose him. So I can't even pick up where he left off. But I can tell you that we looked at the
I'm gonna try to
submissions.
reconnect another connection here.
Okay, Darcy, you're
Right,
good. It's just not incredibly stable. But right now you look beautiful and we can hear you. And there she goes.
But is disappearing. Should I leave as well?
No, please don't. I talk to myself enough without having to be here alone talking to myself. So we can. So I know John was going to cover some updates, so I can tell you that we have a couple of exciting live events coming up soon. Tomorrow, I am doing Groove Digital Presents with a little help from the team, and we're going to be talking about kind of the whys behind why Groove does some of the things it does. So if you have any questions along those lines and something's really been bothering you or bugging you, or you're just curious about why we make the choices we make, tomorrow's your day to ask them on Groove Digital Presents. And also, I'm just going to wrap this up, John. I'm covering the live events we have coming up the next couple of weeks, and then I'll pass it back on to you. The next exciting thing we have, so that's tomorrow on Groove Digital Presents. On Saturday, David Lemon is going to be doing the Grooveathon, the very first Grooveathon. We are doing a 12-hour support, ask your questions, get it answered, learn how something is built live on a webinar, on a live stream for 12 solid hours on Saturday. So join David for that. He's going to have some of us rotating through to give him little breaks now and then. But mostly it's going to be Mr. David Lemon holding court for 12 hours. So that's super exciting. And then one last announcement is on Monday. Monday at noon Eastern time, we have a very exciting announcement that you'll all want to tune in to attend, and it'll be right here live on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So I punted for as long as I could, John. Now back to you.
Awesome, Donna. Thank you very much. And I hope you guys can hear me. Can everybody hear me? Please press the number 7. Thank you very much. It's just I don't know. I don't know if it's my internet. Unfortunately, I live in a place that is close to the equator. We have a lot of tropical storms, and today it seems that it's going to rain. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but my connection sucks royally for the past couple of days. Thank you, Donna, for that. And I know I'm rooting for David on Saturday, so we'll probably pass by and give him some soda or some chips because I know 12 hours is a long time. And thank you, Michael. I know I look sharp. I needed to make sure that for at least a day, I look better than David. So I know that there's nothing that can beat a tie because he doesn't own one.
Do you not own a tie? That can't be true.
I asked him because I said, let's welcome Darcy dressing sharp. And he told me I don't own a tie. So
wow.
I do own, but it's not here where I live. I actually got rid of it after I finished with the receptionist job. So I don't want to wear ties anymore during the next couple of years, at least.
All right. So
no
let me.
For you to. No reason whatsoever. Stay chained
no.
to that desk right where you are, mister.
All right, guys. So I think is Darcy back because I was about to do the announcements for GrooveCart. What's coming up new? Yeah. What is actually already in place? So while she comes back, let me just show you guys what we have in store. Let me share my screen now, and this is exciting.
And he means literally what we have in store. You know.
Exactly. No pun intended. No pun intended. So I believe you can see my screen now. So what's new? For GrooveCart, one of the features that a lot of people requested for the longest was the pagination. And we touched a little bit about that last week, but we're still having a lot of questions about that. So what is the pagination? Let me just show you in the store really quickly what exactly it does. Let me bring my screen here. Hopefully my computer is not going to stop. I mean, every time I hear a noise in my computer, I kind of freak out. So I'm just checking again with everybody if they can hear me and see me. So we're going to open up a store, and I'll show you pretty much what the pagination is and how to actually enter. So this is actually one of our sites from one of our last session winner, which was Mrs. Sandra Soto, and she does have a lot of products. So she was having a problem like, hey, I do have a lot of categories, but I don't see where I can have pages to show my other products. So our nice developers at the Groove Labs decided, yeah, you know what, she's right. Let's just give her something called the pagination system. So whenever you're in a category page, like in this case, we're actually in the category for, I believe it's t-shirts, you will see now in the bottom these beautiful things, these icons right here, 1, 2, or whatever amount of pages you have. Now, how do we activate this? So let me just go into the store like an admin. And what we'll do is I'll show you in 10 seconds how to do that, because it's really easy to activate. Let me just do this. And Sandra, I know you're out there. Oh, yep. I actually just see you. So thank you so much for allowing me to use your store. And let me see. I believe I lost signal again. Do I lose you guys?
You're there. Or... We hear you. We see you.
You see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little delayed, but don't worry. Don't even, just push forward.
Awesome. So let me just try to get to what I need here, because my screen just closed. And okay. Not helping my computer today.
Don't disappear on us again, please.
I'm gonna have you send me the slides before the webinar next time.
I am just about to just throw my computer out the window.
Maybe you should turn your video off. That might help.
Yeah,
as much
that's what I'm.
You and are admiring the tie. Everyone, take a screenshot. It's probably the last time you'll see John in a tie.
I can see Darcy smiling and laughing a lot in the background when you said, let's just move John away from here. I will bring her on just so that people can see her. That's Darcy here.
Yeah, just like move me out of the way so Darcy can come in.
That's right.
Let's just do something about this because, again, my computer just froze.
John had
Yeah.
audio issues, and the other week David's like, "Turn your video off." It was the funniest thing.
But it's true. Turn your video off, and then it's less bandwidth going into your stream. So, John, if you turn your video off, I know that it's better to be on it, but leave your audio on though.
But
Stay
Donna, there's a tie. He wants to show it to everybody.
Yeah, we
And-
still don't have audio from him.
Well, he actually removed
I
himself.
stopped my camera, and now I hope that you can hear me.
Perfect. We can hear you perfectly. You're there. Yes. So
Maybe that
next
over.
week we replace your avatar with a picture of you in the tie, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, I'll probably just
I like
take
the
a
one
screenshot
of
of
David as a cat.
No.
Oh,
Please don't.
I'll put that back. Don't tell me.
No.
Okay, guys. So this is pretty much where you actually enter your your dashboard in in your store. I'm actually doing that right now. Let me just see. You put the password, especially when you don't remember the password.
That was not a good sound, John. That's not a comforting sound.
So sorry. It's just like I don't remember the password now.
We're struggling today. There's something in the air, isn't it?
I think it's the tie is choking me now. I think I'm gonna take it off.
Oxygen is.
Yeah, it is. I'm not having enough oxygen going to my brain right now. I'm just like,
I have
Uh,
no
Donna,
problems
is
whatsoever.
GrooveCast going to be on the roadmap? GrooveCast for Groove Password.
Yeah, that's not a bad
I mean,
idea.
you have
yeah.
there's so many softwares coming out that just maybe Q1 2021.
All right, so guys, I think I got access, and I believe you're looking at my screen right now. So this is your dashboard, and the way that you activate your pagination system is like this. You go to your builder or your visual editor, and you're gonna find a couple of functions. In this case, it's a block in the category page, which will be in a second, because again, there's a delay here. And I'm checking my memory here because Donna, you called it is a memory problem right after I actually just noticed something. That's why I made that weird noise.
Yeah, it's clearly a memory issue.
So right now we go to the store pages. We take a look at the category page. In the category page, you're going to see one or two elements, the elements that actually shows all the products. And here is where you do the magic. You click on anywhere in the element, and it will activate, of course, the settings window. You can close this part. And in the settings, right here, you're going to have two options. The product link displays that actually shows the stored products and the pagination. The pagination needs to be on in order to show the numbers. If I turn it off and if I click save, David, can you tell me what happens if I refresh this page? Will it show the pagination? Yes or no?
Most probably, but I hope you don't disappear if you just press anything wrong on your computer. There we go. Nice.
So I'm still here. So
Okay.
nothing happened. So you see now the pagination is gone because I just disabled it. So the way that you enable it again, you just close this window, is going to your category page. You select the element where all the products are, or the category products element. You go to settings, and then you select the product list display, and you click on the pagination. Then you click save, and of course, it will add all the numbers. So no matter how many products you have 1, 10, 15, 20. If you have more than 10, you will see the pagination. Every 9 items, you can actually just see that the page will show 9 items. The next one will be, of course, in the next page. So right here, now I'm going to refresh this, and you'll see that the pagination will appear. Why this is important? When we have more than certain numbers of products, we want to see all of the products. So we're gonna have the option to our visitors to enjoy all the products that we have to offer. Now, this is what is in place. This is what's new, the pagination system that a lot of people were actually just waiting for. But what's next for us? In the next upcoming weeks, we are, this is actually, is jumping. My computer is just having a mind of its own today. Wow. So we have the product page pagination, and what's coming? The stock and inventory control. A lot of people are waiting also for that feature. I just talked to the developers, and it's official. It's going to be released within the next week and a half. So by next week, by Thursday, hopefully you're going to see the stock and inventory control. Why is that important? Because it allows us to keep inventory, especially for those who have our own products, who offer their own products, or whatever trinket it is, gadget, accessory, or things that you manufacture or you just create yourself. You're going to have now an stock and inventory control. Also, multi-languages. This feature was also very well awaited for, and I believe we're going to release first French and Portuguese. The other languages are still in the pipe, but they're going to happen because multi-languages now is going to be available for GrooveCart. And last but not least, the more header designs. I know that a lot of people wanted to change their headers, so we're going to have more flexibility when it comes to those changes. So that's going to be exciting, and a lot of people are going to have fun with the new header designs. Now, guys, so that's it for GrooveCart news and what's coming and what's new. So I hope that in the next upcoming weeks, we are actually going to be able to show you. And you can, of course, as you go along with the next 8 weeks, you can utilize this in your stores. Now, finally, it's official. Darcy, welcome. And I know that David, Donna, and myself are so excited to have you. But now we're going to talk about you. So welcome, Darcy Hall. Now let me just, David, if you can just expand the camera so you guys can actually now, or audience can actually see us. And Darcy, thank you so much for being again with us. It's going to be a great ride. You're going to learn a lot. We're going to learn more about you. And I know that you interact a lot with David in group pages, and GrooveCart might be a new adventure for you.
Probably
But
more than he'd like.
But hey, that's what we like to do here. We like to, just have these kind of encounters, these kind of interactions, because at the end of the day, we work for you, for our customers. So, Darcy, as we did with Christine in the last challenge, I got one question. Do you have an idea for your store?
I have more than one idea for the store. There was an initial idea that I had emailed, but unfortunately, the business I can't go public with it yet. There's some reasons. So I have multiple backups, but really it's going to be local business and charity focused.
Awesome. Perfect. And with that in mind, what will be the ultimate goal that you see yourself doing besides of the store, besides of learning about GrooveCart, besides of learning about the little tips or tricks that we can teach you, and you're going to be, of course, learning, what will be the ultimate goal? What will be that ultimate thing that you wish you'd take away by the 8th week process? What will be that little thing that you want to take out?
My main objective here is to help inspire other people to think in terms of local businesses and charities, and not just think of, I know the last couple have been more on drop shipping and print on demand, but businesses that have physical products or maybe haven't even thought about being online. Some of the concepts I had were like even a hair salon that maybe has shampoo that they sell. Well, get a store online, and a caterer that maybe caters locally. Maybe there's spices or something that they craft, that they create and could ship nationwide. Even one idea I had was, I have one of my mechanics, they have 7 cars that they need to sell, but they don't really have a way to get out there. Maybe even having an online car auction, and local local pet shop that's not, so that people can shop local rather than Petco or Petco or PetSmart, that there may be a local pet shop. So I just really want to encourage the Groove community to think beyond just affiliate and beyond just dropship, and actually think local and help their peers. And I'm very charity focused as well, so there will be a component in coming out with that as well.
Awesome. I mean, that is incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. I know that you cannot hear us, but I think that is one of the greatest takeaways that you can actually offer for the rest of the audience, but more importantly for you, because you're going to experience it firsthand. And not only that, but also you're going to be encouraging others, like we have been doing for the past year and a half, when we actually do these sessions with our customers. Because at the end of the day, that is what it's all about, helping each other as a community. And I think a couple of the ideas that you mentioned are great, because especially now in these times that we're living, everything happens online. I mean, look at the shift in everything. Now, the greatest taxi company doesn't own any taxis. The greatest hotel company doesn't own any properties. Airbnb and Uber. So we're gonna just scale down a little bit on the ideas, but we're gonna offer results. So I think that's a great way to start. And David, Donna, do you have any questions for Darcy? Any things that, any words of encouragement, just to get it ready for the journey? Donna, David?
I did want to ask, do you have some kind of vision of how it would look like when somebody comes to your website? What would they see? How would that work?
If I could reveal that next week. I do have, sorry, I'm holding up my phone here because my computer wasn't.
No worries.
Am I there? Did I lose
Yep.
you? Okay.
You are here.
So yes, I do have a vision for it.
Okay, perfect. Well, we will see probably from starting next week what you intended to create. So I like the mystery, and I believe our customers can come back and then see what you prepared. So,
David, you just got shut down, man.
Oh, I just want to add. I did want to add in my other goal of why I wanted to be involved with this challenge was to help. I know that Groove is rolling out so many different aspects at the same time. Groove Pages is really advancing. They've just launched Groove Mail and Groove Video and Groove Member. And I'd like to be a live guinea pig of, I know a lot of people have questions on how to integrate all these great features, and being able to, if it's possible, exploring how to incorporate those with the store beyond just, again, a basic, this is just a store, just drop ship and print on demand.
Yeah.
And that's where
Nice.
I'm excited to be part of this.
And there are definitely more cross-platform integrations coming as GrooveCart gets rolled into Groove funnels. You'll be able to connect those things more seamlessly in the future. Right now, it's still a little bit of a manual process.
Awesome. Now, I think my last question, and I guess Don and David will agree with me, is Darcy, are you ready for the challenge? Are you ready to commit the next 8 weeks with us and on Thursdays, and make sure that you do steps? Because remember, we're going to give you some homework to do. Yeah. We're going to kind of hand everything to you. But at the end of the day, you're going to be moving the mouse and moving the cursor just like Christine did in the last challenge. So are you ready?
Absolutely. I've been here every week for the past 12 plus weeks or so. So I'm definitely committed. And maybe need to be committed.
Great. And ultimately, that's what we all need to do. GrooveCart has actually grown to this immense community, and we have this support system. We do the webinars, we do the lives, and we have each other. I mean, we have a great community, we have great support, and we're there to help each other. So welcome again. And let's just now move forward a little bit so we can continue with today's plan, which is showcase the stores that were submitted last week, because I know that we received a lot of submissions. It was actually great to hear and great to see a couple of the submissions that were completely new, and we saw a huge variety of different elements. So let me just do something here.
Why don't
yeah.
I share my screen for this one?
Yeah, please, because my computer is just like not helping today.
Let me take some of that pressure off of you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Or, let's just move a few things around. All right.
No.
There we go. Did you want to talk about these in any particular order? 1, 2.
Actually,
I have 9 open. So
let's see. That's well, I had the presentation in order, but yeah, let's just do that. Let's just start with Herbie Pottery Store, because that's our special mention. So let's start with a special mention first. All right, so since I'm still having a little bit of an issue here with my computer, David Herbert submitted hebepotterystore.com, which is the site that Donna is showcasing right now. And we decided to go with this site as a special mention. Why? Because of the nature of the products and because it's pretty much done following our process. So, Donna, would you like to give the first round of commentary in the website? Perfect.
So I love when I arrive here that I see exactly what the store is about. I can clearly see that this is a store for handmade pottery, and really beautifully done. So your message is super, super clear. I think that this logo could be a little larger. The store name gets lost, but I think that that's fine because the store's purpose is okay. But you work on a logo for a reason, so you might want to make your logo a bit bigger there. The fact that I'm here on the store, it's a place to get the best gifts. I know that. You've got a phone number right here, and you let them know you do custom orders. So that's fantastic. It just is very nice. It's very clear, and I like to support artists. So I really wanted to make this one the honorable mention because it's an example of someone using GrooveCart to promote not a drop ship item or not a print on demand item. I have to show you what my husband just brought me in. It is a piece of a chocolate chip cookie. It is one chip from a chocolate chip cookie because he tried to bring me cookies earlier. I said I was on a webinar and I wouldn't be able to eat them. He brought me one chip. That's my husband. It's a good chocolate chip though, I gotta say. So I really did just want to acknowledge using GrooveCart to create your own store with your own individual products and just show you what Darcy was saying. It goes beyond drop shipping. It goes beyond print on demand. You can use it to sell anything. And this is a perfect example. And I think all of this pottery is just beautiful. So thanks for submitting it.
Awesome.
I'd like to make a comment.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it,
I
Darcy.
know David personally. I met him through Brian Anderson, my marketing mentor, who actually introduced me to Groove and introduced David to Groove. And we're building out sites for local businesses on Groove pages. But I know that David personally he has his own kilns. He hand makes these. He's got great plates. And so David, when you're watching this, or I'll tell you later, I'd encourage seeing pictures of some of the behind the scenes of some of the works in progress of it.
That is such a coincidence. And you see, this is how community works, because when we submitted this, we just randomly picked up on the submissions. We organize the submissions, and then we start working together and say, okay, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? And just the fact that you know David personally, that means that, okay, a lot of people are using GrooveCart to make the difference. And I love to hear that. So David, if you're here, if you're looking at us reviewing your site, you have a special mention because the fact of the nature of your products and the site is properly organized, and it covers all the basics and a little bit more. What I would probably recommend is don't forget to plug in your social medias, your Facebook, I believe you have the icons. I didn't test the buttons, but I believe you still need to connect those. But great job overall. I mean, for the kind of products that you have, which I believe are super cool, maybe a little bit of more of color in your fonts, and maybe some more, I don't know, probably undertones of colors. A little bit more of a splash of color will benefit definitely the overall look and feel of the site. By the way, you get a surprise GrooveCart bag. So we're going to be sending to our winners some prizes. So you are going to get a Groove bag with a couple of products from our store. So congrats, David. And now, David Lemon, what do you have to say? Let's hear your opinion.
I am really happy that people are going out there and creating their stores. Even though I see a lot of comments in the Facebook group like it is not working, it is not possible, there are people that are actually creating a lot of great stuff. And even now, I saw a post in the JV group. There was a guy who sold $20-something thousand of products. It is possible, guys. It is not a matter of technology only. It is how you do it. If you want to do it, if you are like, if you take action, you will have achievement. Absolutely. And this just showcases what can be done. It can be done worse than this. It can be done better than this. It's just up to you how you will do it. So very good job, David. Congrats, and you deserve the win. Absolutely.
I couldn't have said it better myself, David. You know, and the way to do it worse than this is to not do it at all. Is to let the technology stop you.
No.
It's absolutely functional. It's just it's a learning curve like anything else. Sorry about the pups.
It's all about the willingness to take the first step. It's all about going into the system, push it, understanding it, and once you get it down, you just reap the benefits, because you're going to have more people visiting your store, people admiring your products, especially if you manufacture them. So that's the greatest thing, and use that to your promotion. So whenever you send a mug to somebody, hey, take a picture with the mug and send me the picture. Why not? Maybe you can be showcasing my social media or my blog. So take all that ideas, David, and keep running with the site. Amazing job. So now let's just go to our second
Real
place.
quick, one last thing. It was David's
sure.
birthday yesterday. So if everybody could just quick wish David Hebert a happy birthday.
Oh,
Happy
so and the
birthday.
coincidence it just like keep happening. So
Yeah.
happy birthday, David.
Happy birthday, David.
Awesome. So now let's move along with our runner-up. Our second place, Mrs. Donna Fox, is Ye Old Apothecary Shop by Mrs. Grace Beard.
Here we go.
Awesome. So I know Grace is around today, and she'll be really happy to know. I've been working with Grace for a couple of things, and she is an amazing woman. She has great products, and she does everything herself. And Donna, let's hear from you first. What do you think about this site? And let me know.
Okay. I love it. I think that you did a really, really great job in creating a look and feel and an elegance to your site through your font choices, but also your product choices. It's a simple t-shirt here, this J'adore Paris. Very, very simple t-shirt, but it feels elegant. The design feels elegant. It matches the store. There's this whole sense of consistency in your theme and in your product selections. And of course, I love any sort of message to listen to your heart or be kind. So that's a big factor in why I like this this particular store. So just click through some of the top sections. You can see that there's a holiday selection here. We have tropical paradise home decor. So it's a combination of some print-on-demand t-shirts and then some print-on-demand mugs, just beautiful. Is this your artwork? That's what I wasn't sure, whether or not the artwork was yours. But it looks sort of like original artwork. And if it is, that's awesome. Say it. Talk about how it's original artwork. Maybe some larger photos of the artwork too on the pages. So some bigger selections so people can really kind of zoom in and see what they're looking for. But yeah, I really like this page.
Awesome. And let's just hear it from Darcy. Darcy, what's your take on the site?
I'm looking at it from my phone right now, so it's a little small here, so I can't read the font there that it is, but I'd like to, yeah, it's very clean, and scroll back up for me again, please.
Sure.
For me, from here though, just that it's the old the banner is cropped, so I'm not reading the whole thing. It's just cropping the top of it.
You are correct.
Everybody else is seeing that as well. There we go.
I'm changing the size.
And so apothecary, I think of medicine. So I was thinking there's going to be more like a CBD store or something medicinal, as opposed to different gift items or wearables. So the name of it threw me off a little bit, but I do like the look and feel of it, as Donna said.
Yeah, I think the sizing of the header image is a little off because it works now. So I just resized my browser to where it would be like a tablet. Looks like it's sized better for tablet than it is for desktop, which stretches it out like this. So keep that in mind if you're using an image that has writing on it and you want to check how it's going to look in every device. And the easiest way to do that is to just change the size of your browser window like this. And then you can see just how responsive your design is. So if you want to make it mobile, just make your browser window really, really small, and eventually it'll pop into the mobile view. So see, now this is the mobile view. So I have a hamburger menu here on the left that pops out, because right now we're looking at the mobile view of the site because we changed our browser to be the size of mobile. Tablet, you just make it a little bit larger. Now this is the tablet view on the site, so we can see how it will look like on tablets. This is the easiest way to see just how responsive your site is. Change the browser size and watch your site respond to it.
So
exactly how everything accommodates. No, sorry, Darcy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, when you brought it to mobile, the messaging under the header banner, the paragraph there, it was more prominent, and I wanted to kind of read and kind of get drawn into, because if I'm shopping in a store, because it's saying a shop, but kind of an old shop where you'd walk in and explore, as opposed to just, I'm going here just for this. So that brought me in more. But on the desktop view, it's like there was a big banner, and then the font was kind of small, and then the images are big, but it was kind of like just buy as opposed to shop, explore in a sense.
Yeah, it's interesting. In this view, we don't even sort of see, there was blue in the bigger view, and that's just completely gone from this view. The blue, because it's the navigation bar. So with the
navigation bar,
the hamburger menu now, that's it.
Yeah, actually, because I did talk to Grace about this store. Yeah, it was actually originally a CBD store. It was supposed to be kind of an old store.
Darcy.
Yeah, because Grace told me the story about the whole name, and because I did ask in my own ignorance at some point with the vast English language, I didn't know what apothecary was, and I was like, I had a vague idea, but she cannot just make it through. And the picture that she's actually showcasing there, I believe the original idea came from her hometown I believe, and Grace, since you're here, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's in South Carolina or North Carolina. So that was one of the kind of undertones that she wanted to convey in the store. So it has a little cool, interesting fact behind the scenes. But this is also to show you one thing, guys. When one idea doesn't work, go with the next one. Her original plan was going with CBD, but of course with CBD, there's a lot of more restrictions now when it comes to apply for your license for your merchant account and some other stuff. So she decided to make it her own. Let's just sell products that I can create. And she just confirmed, Donna, by the way, that yes, those paintings are hers. So she actually has original paintings and all of the products that she manufactures. So it's all hers. So awesome job on that. Grace, you're gonna get, of course, your Groove Swag bag. You're gonna get it in a couple of weeks, and you're gonna get a $50 gift card or PayPal email to you. So reach out to me, and we will make it happen. So congrats! I know you've been working hard on your site, so it is definitely amazing to see that we all got around and we're looking at your progress. And so keep it up. Now, Donna, let's just announce the big winner, the number one. I believe the number one site that we picked was asatherapeutics.com or asatherapeutics.com.
I think it's this one. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me open it up a bit. There we go. Start at the top.
Perfect. So Donna, ladies first.
All right. So I absolutely love your above the fold. Above the fold is everything that's seen before you start scrolling on a website. And I love this. I can see that it's a place to shop. I can see that nature is involved, that it feels healthy and it feels fresh and it feels natural. And I think it's a beautiful job with the colors, and not just because it's purple and, I'm partial to purple. I think that there is a very clear message here when I land on this site. So really well done. As you scroll through, I see a variety of products, and I see a variety of kind of people on your website as well. So I like the diversity that's shown in the site. I think that that's very warm and welcoming. Everything is great about this site. I really, really like it. You click on some of the categories, and there's a very nice, well thought out layout. I'm not seeing a whole lot of any of the stock stuff that's in GrooveCart when you start. It looks like every page was touched. Every place got some consideration. So I think it's fantastic. I'm very, very impressed with the consistency of this site. So
awesome.
That's what
Darcy?
Oops.
Yeah, very clean and fresh, but nicely gender neutral. Sometimes things might be too girly or whatnot, but no, there's a good blend of masculine and feminine imaging, and the color palette is really gender neutral as well, that anyone could shop there. And the use of I like the herbal infused phyto enriched skincare, the font for that. It's very nature focused, and yeah, absolutely excellent. It's very, very professional.
Yep, we have a broken image here. So it looks like a product maybe is broken here, but we won't hold that against you because that could just be I scrolled too quickly.
David, what do you say?
I really love the images, that there is a big diversity of people and skin tones and everything, like really nicely done. The colors are on brand. I really love the logo. It is this Aphrodite type of thing. There are a couple of products which are $0, so maybe this would need to be looked at before. If somebody purchases those, I'm not sure what's the process behind that.
That's a good point. Now's the time to get all your free products.
Yeah, but I believe this is just a mistake that needs to be looked into. But very nicely done, very beautiful site, and I just agree completely that this deserves the number one spot in the order.
Awesome, thanks, David. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with all of your comments, because as Donna said, it's very clean, very well organized. But I think I'm going to bring a point that actually is empowering. And nowadays, we all need empowering. And it's very niche oriented because you have, although you have herbal products for everybody, you know your target. So that was the part that I like the most. The color selection, as Darcy said, it was on the spot because it's not too girly but not too manly. Is the perfect combination. You have purple on it, which kind of just diffuses any kind of indication of a lot of overpowering colors. But what I liked the most was the images, and I think that that targets your market, which I think this is the important part, and it is a great lesson for us because what we have to convey with our images is our products, and the product images are clean. You can see the actual bottles. Donna, if you can do me a favor, scroll down a little bit on the products. You can see the bottles. You can see the colors in the bottles, the description. Maybe if you once you click into a product, you can read the actual labels. That is important when you're actually selling these kind of products. If you hover over, Donna, can you do me a favor? Can you hover over one of the images?
I am. It's not.
Maybe it's not active here, but
Yeah, I don't get a light box at all.
okay. Because the images to me, when you're selling these kind of products, anything that is medicinal, herbal supplements, they gotta be very clean, and you bring this up to the table. So it's very good colors, very simple side. You keep it very simple, which is also a good option as well. And certainly the products, you know your niche, so you know that your market. Donna, I didn't.
See, as part of the images, just the label. Just the label
Yes.
shows the ingredients. See over here,
Correct.
because you can see that the ingredients are on the label, but I can't see that they're, maybe they're partly here. But I just really like that image when I'm purchasing products, especially beauty type products. I want to know what I'm putting on my skin. So showing those ingredients is probably a nice addition to the images.
Right. And another thing that I would like to mention is try to make sure that your description is what just Donna said. Make it descriptive. Make it like, what is the benefits of the product? What can they do for you? I know that you, in some of the products, you do have that, but you do mention the ingredients. But if you add the benefits, it will bring a lot of better results for you in the long run. But overall, I believe the site was actually well thought out, and it's one of the better samples that I have seen so far, and I love it. I love the simplicity of it. And now you're gonna have stock control, and you can probably have the same site in different languages. So that's great. That's coming up soon. So
could you click on the About Us? I'd like to see the About Us page.
Sure. Our story there.
Yeah, our story.
I think I'd like to see more pictures on and About Us.
Yeah.
But I like that it includes a story about why you're doing it, a little bit about you, your mission and your goal, your commitments. I love everything that I see on this page.
Yeah. Telling the story.
Recently posted an article on the Groove Funnels blog that was a community contributed article. I forget the author's name. I apologize for that. But one of the things that she said that I thought she said so brilliantly in the article was that the About Us page is not about you. And I thought that was such like a little sound bite that's so perfect, because so many people say, this is me, this is me, this is me, which is what you should do in an About Us page. But it has to be, this is me and why you should care, or this is me and what makes me an authority on this topic. It isn't, she's not in this case mentioning that she likes to cook and that she's a third-degree black belt. That's neither of those things are relevant to the site. She talks about her struggles dermatologically and with medication and acne while she was pregnant, and it really puts her expertise in the topic into perspective. So that article where it says the About Us isn't about you, it's not. It is about why a person who is reading it should care about you. And that is subtle, but just such a powerful distinction.
And it certainly helps with the narrative that goes with your store, because it's always good to set up a journey for your customer. Once they go in there and they know more about you, they might feel more compelled to buy your products. So have that in mind when you're, designing and creating your store, guys, because it's important that you tell your story. Once you start telling your story, using your own narrative, using your own elements, people will see the real aspect of your business, and they'll, again, that generate that feels to compelled. Either it can be that they can be compelled to buy, or they feel identified with your product. So it helps a lot when you tell your story. So awesome job. And let me see.
Also, if you're willing to, you telling your story about your struggles with acne and finding a product that cured it. If you had a before and after, that would be very powerful here.
Yep, I was wondering, Margaret is here with us because that site was actually submitted by Margaret Yap. So I don't believe I have seen her around in one of our past lives. So I guess she's been following the process. But I know once she sees the recording, either later on tonight or maybe tomorrow or maybe over the weekend, she will definitely be ecstatic to know that she's going to be receiving a $100 gift certificate and her Groove Swap bag. So we're going to get a lot of stuff going around for you guys. Congratulations to the winners. Thank you all for the submissions. And don't feel discouraged. If you didn't get picked up this week or this session, keep working on your site and do it with us. Just send us your site at the end. Get into the process with Darcy. And the whole idea of these processes that we learn from different sources. It's not always David, Donna, and John, but now is David, Donna, Darcy, and John, which I'm going to call the DDDJ show. Because it's Darcy, Donna, and David, and then me. Like, come on, I have to be the odd guy out. But,
D names are the best, aren't they?
Yeah, D's.
In Brian's community, there's a bunch of us D's, and I dubbed us the D team because there's like David Hebert, David Perkins, Darcy Hall, Doug Starks. So there's the D team and we got David, Donna, Darcy.
Oh,
we'll call you Dudjon, just like Dub Bears will be Dudjon.
I just got noticed, David, by the way, Margaret Jab, she says, "Hi, John, this is not my store."
Oh.
So, okay. Let me see who is the owner of SA Therapeutics.
I guess we'll figure that out. In the meantime, while you're doing that, I'll let everyone know that I was joking with John, and as I was looking at all of the submissions, I saw this. And this is a stock photo. It's on the first page of every GrooveCart store when it's created. And our next round, if this image is on your front page, you're disqualified. So if you don't replace the testimonial image, because it's so important to have real testimonials. And if you don't have one friend that you can go out and say, could you give me a testimonial for my page and get a testimonial, go make more friends. It is so.
Maybe this person is actually purchasing and leaving all these testimonials. How do you know?
Every one of the Groove stores?
Everyone. Like, she's a Groove store fan.
Then we need to get her on an interview.
Absolutely.
She's clearly wealthy. Buying an awful
for my GrooveCart, I didn't change out her photo, but I did change her testimonial. You can check out keepvegasopen.com.
Well, that's at least something. Keep Vegas. Oops, I guess that won't work. Vegasopen.com.
She's a big fan of our GrooveCart users.
Yeah, she is. Oh, there's my beautiful hometown.
Which one is your house? You can show us on the image of
I'm further.
Big one.
Donna can attest that when you see the strip, that's not the rest of Vegas.
All right. So if you're looking in this direction and you come all the way over here to the left and then about 90 degrees over to the left again, now you're facing my house.
Yeah. And I'm 5 miles west of the Palazzo. And that's my friend Peter. He actually had these masks made, and that's a picture of him because he just had the stock photos or whatever. I was like, no, we'll use yours instead. And
perfect.
So those are, so he has these. These are available for sale. Help keep Vegas open.
And does a percentage of it go somewhere?
Well, he bought these in bulk. His future, the idea of message merch, which is you'll see somewhere at the top or the bottom. So his initial idea was when he has a goal of having future merchandise that can be branded, print on demand to help raise money for charities or for people or whatever it is to get the message out. He had the idea of having the masks for Keep Vegas open and have them printed for Keep Reno open, Keep Nevada open, Keep the U.S. open, whatever it takes. So for this, there's the message behind it, but he has an idea of in the future. This is his first. He does real estate stuff, and so he's not in the e-com space, but he had this vision, and so I helped make him make it happen. And this is the first go. So so all of you that are going through, don't wait for GrooveCart to be perfect or whatever. Get your feet wet, start using it. It is evolving. There's changes. I finished the store in round 1 of it, and then as we were going live with the payment gateway, Groove had come out with Groove 2.0, GrooveCart 2.0. Basically, it is like, oh, so there's some learning curves, but getting through the learning curves, it'll get you stronger and knowledgeable in it. So I just want to at the same time encourage everybody to just get started on his store, go through it. Don't wait for it to be perfect, because imperfect is better than nothing. And and being able to give feedback or check of like, hey, how's it doing this or whatnot, that you can help make GrooveCart better.
That's right. And guys, I will be contacting the owner of the store that won today, ASA Pharmaceuticals, because we have an email, but it doesn't really connect anywhere. So
I know who's the owner. I found her. I don't know where you were looking. It's Ada Mbese Uche Osgau. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this name. This is, I believe, an African name. I have a Facebook profile, and she posted this store inside the Facebook comments, so I found her very easily. So, Ada, congratulations. This is your store. We made a mistake by mixing it up a bit, but your store is beautiful, and you are the winner.
And I believe that she sent us an issue, and I think that she mentioned that she has a problem with her email yesterday or today in the afternoon, and we were working on that. So that's probably why we couldn't find her, because we're having a problem with her email address. But Ada, I believe I know who you're talking about, David, because I think I follow up with a comment. So Ada, you're gonna get, and I'm sorry, Margaret. Maybe I gonna just type in the wrong name when I put when I send the information to the guys. My apologies, but hey, now we know what the winner is, and as I said, Ada, you're gonna get your swag bag as well as $100, either PayPal to you or a gift certificate. So please reach out and let us know, and most likely I will contact you. So congrats to everybody, to all the winners, and thank you for all your submissions, guys. And as I said, and as Donna and Darcy mentioned earlier, and David, it's all about taking action. And Tom Beale is also really big on taking action. And if you don't move, you're gonna miss out. And there's a Chinese proverb that says, every single journey starts with a single step. So take that step. It's going to take you a little longer, maybe, because technology is not, you're not using the technology, you're not familiar with it. Get every single piece of material that you can get and put it together. Put the videos, put these live sessions, take a look, spend maybe half an hour over the weekend. And whenever you have time, I mean, this is the kind of businesses that you can start with just an idea, like we're going to do with Darcy, like we did with Christine, like we did with Donna with her paintings, because I know that Donna makes beautiful paintings and she's going to sell them online, like I'm doing with t-shirts. Like there's many ideas.
Groove exploded.
I'm sorry, Donna.
I said I used to before Groove exploded. Now I
Well, that's now. Well, yeah, like everything. I just love to do some more designings, and yeah, I mean, it is great to see that the company has grown so much, and with the help of the great community, and through every single storm that we have weathered, and we have done a lot of stuff. We do sacrifices and we do the things that we do for our customers because we love our community. We love to take the time and make the products better, and that's why we do this. So as I always say, it's always a labor of love because not a lot of companies that are out there are taking care of what the customer needs. They might have a solution, they might have a service, but I don't see a lot of companies do this, interacting with our user base, interacting with. Tell us your experience. Tell us what you want to see. Participate with us. Show us your store. We will be able to maybe reward you or maybe guide you through, make sure that your store is better. But this is what it's all about. So, guys, since we have pretty much completed the process for today, now let's just move forward with QA, shall we? David, do we have any questions? And I believe Darcy is actually still with us. Darcy, you still with us because your image is completely frozen.
I'm still here. I wasn't sure if that's frozen or not. Let me try turning off the cam and on again, see if that changes.
I feel better because
Am I back?
yeah, but now you're back. But if I even dare to try to turn on my camera, probably my computer will freeze. So I'm just gonna keep it in the down low. So David, do we have questions at this juncture of the night? Right now is 7:10. So let's just wrap up the night with a session of Q&A.
We do have a couple. Most of the questions are from Michael. Is the notification pop-up part of GrooveCart or is it a third-party add-on?
The notification pop-up. Michael, if you can elaborate a little bit on that question, because we do have pop-ups for a lot of things. But
I think
You mean the spinning wheel?
I suspect that there are one of two things that he's talking about. So right here is the proof app part. So that's part of GrooveCart. So that's a social proof app. And over here is, I think this is ManyChat. It's the ManyChat integration.
Yeah, it's actually the Facebook chat.
Yeah. So there's Facebook chat here that pops up, and also the social proof pop up, and both of those are part of GrooveCart.
Yeah,
And
those are apps. I'm sorry, David, what was that?
And the cookie policy pop-up is also there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, that's actually part of the GDPR compliance, because GrooveCart, it is fully compliant on the GDPR.
Yep. So
now,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, any other question from Mr. Michael Ramirez?
Yes, there's another one. Can you please show us how to add CSS to style the store a bit more? Thank you.
Sure. Now, Donut, should we try to do this in my computer directly so we can probably, if you give me 20
easier for you too.
Yeah. So let me just go in here and give me just 2 seconds while I open up all the windows. Oh, okay. Let's see if that will work. So let me just the store that we're using right now to open up. Give me just 1 second. So where do we actually add the CSS, Michael? And thank you so much for that question, because yeah, unless you're familiar with CSS, it's going to be very simple. The beautiful thing about CSS is when the web developers decided to mess with the front developers live, they said, hey, let's just create a new language so we can beautify things with. That's how CSS came along. How do we actually get CSS into GrooveCart? It's quite simple, yet a little bit complicated. It's simple because we only need to add a couple of lines of code into our stores to make sure that we change each area. But here's the secret. Since GrooveCart is coded in a way that is secure, you might need to identify what areas you want to change. So I have right now Glassy Hills again open here. And I also have the full store. And I'm going to just give you a rundown for the next 3-4 minutes of how to identify what areas you want to change in your store and add the CSS. So for example, let's say you want to change this color. This color you can change directly in your, right here, this color says free usage shipping over. You can actually change it directly from the editor. But let's say there's a couple of other elements that you can easily identify. So let me just go back to the home page again. And let's just work on the bar, this bar right here, which, by the way, guys, what I'm about to show you, you have to be really careful. Because if you add some elements in the CSS code that might not be entirely well formatted, that might just show the page a little funky. So the way to identify the element, you just got to right click anywhere, and then you got to inspect. Once you inspect your code, another window is going to open to the right side of your screen. And then you can identify. You see right here, so this background is identified by this piece of code right here. Maybe you want to change the color here. So we're going to make sure that we inspect the element. And we just locate it. So inspect, which one turns on? So I believe it's this one. The alignment of the elements, the wrap. So you have everything. How do you identify the colors, for example? Colors are always coded. So you will see here, for example, the body of the color. If you uncheck it, you'll see that a couple of things changes. So this changes the font family. You can change the font family here. And pretty much that's when you can identify the areas on the one to change on the CSS. Now, to change a specific element, you just copy the element. Let's say we're going to change the body height on this line, for example, right here. So let's see which one changes here. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know with the delay if it's activated or not, but let me see here. I'm trying to locate an element that it could be easily editable without messing too much with the code. But in order for the CSS, you need that. So let's just do the color here. And let's change the color here for a moment just to do us a test. See what areas it changed. Actually, it changed this one right here. So let me just do this again. Let me just inspect this line. And let's just locate the color right here. Font family, the color. See? Now let's say we want to change that in our CSS. So you just copy the element. You have to copy from the name of the actual element, and between the little parentheses thingies here, you just copy, and then you go to your builder, actually to your admin panel, and you can drop it in your CSS or code elements right inside of your page, which will be right here in your settings, which says pixels, feeds, and embed codes. And you can just drop the code right there and then edit it. Now, again, if you're not familiar with CSS, try to watch a video first. There is a ton of assets that you can take a look in YouTube and in other places that you can actually use to learn CSS. But here in this part is where you drop the code. CSS modifications, optionals to replace a CSS class. What is the class? The class is right here, or the element, pretty much. This is the body class, and it has a font family of this specific font family with this color. If I change the color, let's say for white, which I think white is all Fs, it will change, of course, that color for the specific code that we did. So do I recommend, if you don't know CSS, play with this? Absolutely not. Why? Because it's going to be time consuming. And I always ask, always start with something simple and then you elaborate. Once you have your idea well done and properly said, then get the extra time to do the little changes that you want as far as color, sizes, fonts, etc., etc. Don't pay too much attention to this. But here, Michael, is where you make your changes for your CSS. So you can make all your modifications by going to your settings, into the pixel feeds and embed code area. Okay, I hope that that little rundown on the CSS might have answered your question. And if you need more help on that end, do not hesitate to send us an email to support@groovedigital.com, and I'll be more than glad to help you and make sure that any changes that you want to do in your site are done. Now,
Can I add something over here?
sure, David, go for it.
So there's with the update to the builder, we have another option inside the builder to target each page specifically. So it's not only in the settings that you can do these CSS changes, but in case you go to the builder, you can do page specific CSS changes as well if you want to show. It is very similar to what Groove Pages has now, and this is just a recent update. So basically, this is an update that just was published
Happened.
recently to the GrooveCart. So in case you go to pages and then you choose a page, you can click any of the pages, and then you'll see there's three buttons. Sorry, three dots. Yeah, and then it is
Actually, hold on. This is actually a menu. I'm sorry, my bad. Let's just do the category page.
So it's only on the pages where you have the three dots. You can click edit settings, and then if you scroll down, you have this the code includes HTML body, and if you scroll up, I believe there was an option somewhere. Okay, so on this page there is none, but I believe on the normal pages with like about us and things like this, you have the option to change those.
All right. So if it's there, guys, if you see it there, use it. If not, you can use the general settings under that. And that's part of pretty much the many updates that we're going to be doing. Make sure that everybody has the same settings and the same options. And let's take a look at one of the pages. Let's see, we have this page right here. Let's see that offers us what David is saying, the CSS. But I don't see in this one, but maybe it's still on the release plan, David, perhaps for GrooveCart.
I've seen on some of my pages there, and also the designers were using it heavily. So they showed me this one. So could be that on this account it's not there yet.
Yeah, probably it was some test accounts, and then it has been rolled out to production. But if it's there, it's going to be there, and it's going to be there for everybody to use. So take advantage of that. But again, it shows different areas where you can actually manipulate your CSS code. So now, any other questions, David? So far, we have, let's see, congrats. Grace actually saying, I'm still having a few technical difficulties with the spin. So Grace, no worries, let me know so we can address that. I believe that the issue that you were having was not loading on time, but that was resolved. But if you have any other one, let me know, and we will address it for you.
Grace is also encouraging everyone to not give up. This was her second submission to the contest. So.
Yep. Yeah, and as I said, I've been working with Grace, and she is an amazing woman. She doesn't know the word I cannot do it, and I love that about her, because we have interacted on the phone, in Zoom meetings, because she wants this to happen for her, and that's her motivation. So we should actually take that and that energy, that willingness to learn, to keep pushing. Technology is our friends. So, Michael, I'm glad that you actually got it. Awesome. So let's take a look at any other questions. How to import product reviews automatically from AliExpress, Charlie. Charlie, that is a feature that it was discussed, and let me tell you what happened with AliExpress. Unfortunately, we cannot import AliExpress reviews. Because one, AliExpress doesn't like that, and they just said, no, you cannot do that. As a matter of fact, nobody can actually take those and embed those in any other external source. And that's why we created our own. So whoever orders your products, you can actually have your own reviews, which at some point is better, because you don't want to rely on a set of very good reviews from a manufacturer But then whatever they pick up that is not that good, they're going to show on your feed. So you'd rather want to use something that you can actually prove that your customer bought your product, that it was sold directly by you. But that's the reason why we cannot export any AliExpress reviews, product reviews. Let's see, what do we have else? How about the shadow on the photos, which is also need to be done with CSS? Michael, do we do that David, do we do that in Groove pages? I know Mike Philsame once did a demo in which he played a lot with shadows. But Michael, I am not under. I'm sorry?
Yeah, we do have a couple of options for shadows inside Groove pages. I believe there is also in GrooveCart. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe there is shadows in GrooveCart as well. If not, then probably it is CSS. I don't know if you want to click on something, like for example the product image over there, and just have a look.
Yeah, let me just take a look here. Style, background, border, spacing.
So maybe on this element there is no
shadows, but because it's probably an element with a category on it, and certain information might display. But let me just take a look at any other element, on any other element, maybe on the on the main page, or let's see, thank you page, home page, contact us. Let me see, category, products, pages. Let me just go to the, where is my home page? Here we go. Let's see if any of these elements allow me to do that. In the meantime, let's see this one right here. Text style, spacing, border, I believe is in the background. Oh, no, not background. So I am not sure on the text boxes as well. So, Michael, I'm gonna follow up with you on that one, because I am not 100% sure when the shadows, like we can do in Groove pages and Groove funnels. I am not entirely sure we can do that yet with GrooveCart, but I will keep you posted on that, and I will follow up with you next week, or maybe actually or as early as possible.
I need your consent on a few items
so we can. Sorry about that. My phone starts speaking by itself. So we can get that result for you. Now, David, any other question?
There's one that I would also like to know, how to make product free and charge for shipping. I believe there's something to do with the weight of the product, is it?
No, what you can create is you can create a zone for shipping. Let me just show you where you can do that. So you go into your main admin panel. And once you're in your main panel, you're going to see, of course, your shipping section. Right here under, I believe it's products, and I will actually orders, settings, actually shipping. And it will show you the different areas that you can edit in order to get your settings for your shipping. So skip shipping page when shipping is free. So if you offer free shipping, all that you need to do is activate that. So any single shipping will bypass, and you will have free shipping. That's it. It's as simple as that. You just go to shipping settings and skip shipping page when the shipping is free. You just make sure you activate that, and you will see that once you go to checkout, it will not charge anything else. On shipping, it will say just the price of the product, and that's what the customer will pay. I do have here a question from Dwight. Hey, Dwight, is there a way to add more fonts to GrooveCart? That is a very important question. And I know that eventually we will get to more fonts, just as Groove Funnels did. I mean, now in Groove Funnels, you can add or maybe they're been adding more fonts, I believe. So we are under the same path. We are trying to get a larger variety of fonts for your use. And as I mentioned earlier, we're going to add more of the templates for the header and other elements that are going to be coming along really soon to enhance your store. So on that, Dwight, I'll let you know once that fully happened if you're looking for a specific font that you might want to use. Now, David, any other question?
There is a Margaret Yap has a question about the help desk having a message. The message body is empty, cannot import it. Can you please let me know what this is and how can I fix it? Is this maybe something like a bug, or is this just a message that shouldn't be there?
The message body is empty, cannot import it. That's something that I would like to see, because you know what? I haven't seen that error message in a long time. I believe it might be one settings, because if this is in your contact us page, it might be related to the form that you're using. If it's not in your contact us page, then it's something that I'm missing, because I know that that error just expressly appeared on the contact us page on that form. But Margaret, please do send me an email, and don't forget, guys, in rare occasions I mentioned to put any tickets on my name. Whenever you submit, just put attention John Garcia, so I can make sure and I remember that it was discussed here on the webinar and here on the live, so we can take the necessary step to have it fixed for you, right? So please do send me an email so we can follow up with that. Now, guys, it is 7:29. He submitted to 7:30. So let's just give our audience another maybe minute to put any questions just to wrap up the night. Let's see. Oh, hold on. We have a very interesting one. SB Rain asks how to set up free shipping if order is greater than $80. That is, since I'm here, let's just explain it. So you can do that in two areas. Let me just skip this. Let me just go to the shipping methods here. You see, you can create a method that says free shipping. Then on the actions, you edit, and what it will happen is you'll have the option to select if there's any variation on the pricing. You see, you are here under the shipping area. We just created the free shipping, and it will tell you the conditions. So if the condition is that according to the price or according to the weight, if the product is more than $80, then your shipping should be $0. So any product that you select or your total order on the price is $80, it will be $0. I'm actually just, I don't know why I don't want to save these settings because Sandra might have set them up that way. I don't want to mess them up, but that's where you actually generate that. You just create a different shipping area, and according to the total price, $80, then you can give the free shipping to a specific area. And guys, I believe we have come to an end today. It's 7:30. We had the great company of Darcy Hall, Mrs. Donna Fox, and David. Darcy, can you bring Darcy to the stream, David? Okay, perfect. Now Darcy's back with us. Awesome. So, guys, it was a good day today. Thank you for your help on the crazy moment where I lost my voice. Unfortunately, you cannot see my tie. It is very pretty. So I promise by next week, hopefully, I'll either put more memory in my computer or I'll use it as an anchor in my boat. One of the two. And
at the end of his day, I've noticed that you're sort of slinking further and further down in your chair as the webinar goes on.
Yeah.
It's already
He
it's
just
already
wanted.
well past midnight here, so I'm ready for bed. It's like literally
Oh,
that.
so that's when everything else disappears and then you start transforming, and
Yeah.
then you just see at midnight is when everything ends. All right, guys. Again, we know it's all fun and games, but we're serious business here. We are making difference in people's lives. We love to joke around with each other because we love each other as a community, not only as coworkers. But we love to do this because it's fun. And again, we will never get tired of helping. And I think that's the biggest part of why I joined the company when I joined, because I love the culture, I love our customers, and I love in overall everything that we do. So, guys, it's been a pleasure. As today we wrap up in one session and we introduce Darcy, which is going to be with us for the next 8 weeks. So, Darcy, we're excited to have you. I know you still can listen to us, and you're going to be with us. And Donna, I'm glad that you are back for a full session today. I know you were missed by a lot of our audience in the past couple of days, but glad to have you here. And David, thank you for your help, man. It's always a pleasure, helping with you and just taking cheap shots at each other. And too bad you still cannot see me because my tie is really cool, and you don't owe a tie.
But I
Mine
like
is really
choice.
cool.
Either we hear you or we see you. So maybe if you wear a tie next time, you can learn some mime tricks so that or write down your words on a paper and then you just like switch your words. That would be great to see, actually.
Hey Jim, we just 7:33. Jim Evans. Actually, he submitted his story. Jim, thanks for being here. Too bad you might have to see us in the replay that is about to be in Facebook because we're about to wrap up tonight. And Michael, thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. Mr. Medi says, John Garcia, I got on late. What exactly did you do for Groove? Donna, did you want to answer that, Donna? Because it will. I don't think it's appropriate for me to actually just answer that.
I would be happy to answer that. John does anything that anyone asks him to do for Groove. And that is the real, truly honest answer of what John does for Groove. I have never met anyone that was more dedicated to pitching in and helping out and doing what needs to be done than Mr. John Garcia. He literally works around the clock, and I yell at him constantly as he messages us an aside. Oh, I was answering an email at 3 a.m. No, stop. Take some time off. Constantly, I am yelling at Mr. John Garcia because he does the work of easily 3 men. Technically, his title is the head of the customer support department, but he's so much more, as many of our Groove team members are. Everybody is doing double and triple duty on over and beyond their job descriptions, trying to make Groove the best platform and the best community for all of you. And John Garcia is an excellent example of that. I want you all to encourage him to take some time off because he needs it and he deserves it.
Hey, I just got a message, and I'm going to just bring it up just because I am a fun persona. And Carlos Zavala says, John talks too much. Do not say anything. Hey, it's okay. I do talk.
I like to talk.
Yeah, I like to talk. I like just to do that. But you see, that's why I love what I do, because I get to interact with every kind of everybody, which is fun. And that's why I changed my life from corporate world to work with cool people like David, Donna, Mike, John, Matt Nows, and all the team that now is growing. Now we have a very big family of developers and people that actually just work with us. So it's an amazing experience for me professionally. And so if you need help, hit me up at the support desk at support@groovedigital.com. All right, guys, have a great night. David, Donna, Darcy, thank you for tonight, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Thanks, guys. See you. Bye-bye.